Hey there, it's Emma from Misfit Gardening, and today I'm going to show you how to prune tomato plants. So if you're like me and you've kind of neglected them for a bit, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to prune them and get a good harvest. When it comes to pruning tomatoes, there's a couple of reasons why you want to do it. Number one, you want to improve the yield that you're going to get from your tomatoes, and you do that by removing the suckers, which grow in between like a leaf joint. And the other reason is to remove like diseased or dead leaves that don't look right or look healthy. You want to take those out as well. So let's jump in. So first of all, I'm going to remove some of these leaves that don't look right. So you can see on here there's a couple in the back that are kind of yellowy. These ones in the front are definitely yellowed. They're not healthy looking like some of the other leaves that we've got up here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a good clean pair of scissors, and I'm just going to take the whole thing off, and then I can, pop this in the compost heap. And there's another one right behind it. Hopefully you guys can see. So I'm just taking these wizened looking leaves out. You don't have to take the whole leaf off. In fact, I'll show you on this one. So this one here, only part of it's gone a little frazzled, and I'm just going to take it back a little bit so the majority of the leaf is still there. You don't want to take all of the leaves off because you're going to need some leaves on the plant to be able to allow it to photosynthesize, and that's what helps the plant grow and give it some energy. But where I find that I have a lot of problems with the leaves is because I've got overhead sprinklers, and if they are hitting the leaves, that's when I tend to get problems. So if you do grow tomatoes, try and water them from the bottom to avoid getting water on the leaves. And I've got a couple more dodgy looking leaves here by the fruit. And I'm going to take that full one off, just so it's going to be out of the way of the fruit as well, and give it a bit of an opportunity to get some airflow around it. Just taking some of those other bad looking leaves off. So, what is a sucker? So a sucker is, like I mentioned, it's a part of the plant that grows in between the leaf joint and the main stem. There's a little itty bitty one right in here. I've got a little itty bitty sucker right in here that I can just pull out with my fingertips, and then we've got a bigger one that's in here. And all I'm going to do is just take my scissors. I'm just going to cut it. So whenever I'm pruning tomatoes, I always want to make sure that I'm cutting at an angle, because then the water's going to run off the joint. If you cut horizontal, so you've got a flat edge, water's just going to sit on that flat edge, and it's going to cause problems, and it can introduce rot and a few other things. So always cut at an angle. So let's try and find some more suckers to remove. So all I'm doing is I'm just going through the tomato plant and just kind of checking to see where I've got suckers growing. So there's the leaf, there's the main stem, and there's the sucker. So again, leaf, main stem, and you can also nip them out with your fingers too. So one last time, leaf, main stem, and then here's the sucker. I'm just going to nip those two out. Let me know in the comments, do you prune your tomatoes? Don't you prune the tomatoes? One thing to be cautious of when you're pruning is to not mistake a sucker for a fruit spear. So the reason that you can tell the difference is the fruit usually forms along a main stem, you can see here, and it's usually not in line with a leaf joint. A sucker comes in where there's a leaf joint, and this right here is a sucker. So you've got a leaf joint here at the bottom, here's the main stem where the scissors are, and then there's the sucker coming out. So I've left this alone because that's where the fruit are, and you can see we've got some that have already been pollinated, so I don't want to interfere with those too much. If I just go to another one, this one's a little trickier to see. So we've got the main stem here, we've got the flowers here, we've got a leaf, and then the sucker that's right there. So we're just gonna nip that one out. Make sure we take that out of the way. So there you have it. It's pretty straightforward to prune your tomatoes. Let me know in the comments if you found this video useful, and let me know if you prune your tomatoes or if you don't. Until next time, I'm Emma from Misfit Gardening, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Find out more about growing your own food by visiting www.misfitgardening.com or click the link in the description to register your interest in the Grow Your Own Food Academy. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week and that your garden grows beautifully. Bye bye.